Hello all, welcome to today's Hindu Through Questions, an initiative of Civil Rights. If you want to know about this program, check out our video linked below. Let us go into today's questions. This question has been asked because of the news in today's newspaper in which various political parties have opposed the draft EAA guidelines, that is the draft Environment Impact Assessment guidelines that had been notified. The political parties have expressed their opposition to the guidelines for different reasons. One of the reasons is the exemption of certain categories of projects from the mandatory process of public consultation and hearing as a part of EAA process. The draft guidelines exempts activities that have a strategic and security angle to be exempted from the mandatory public consultation. Hence, this statement is incorrect. EAA is a process that has come into existence based on the Environmental Protection Act of 1986. Environment Protection Act was enacted as an umbrella legislation in 1985 after the Bhopal gas tragedy. Hence, this statement is also incorrect. So, the right answer is option D, which says that both statements are wrong. Now, let's move to the second question. This question has been asked because of the editorial article. The editorial appears to be critical of the directions given by University Grant Commission to various state governments to hold the university exam for the final semester students. Let us look at the first statement. The statement is correct, since UGC became a statutory body after the UGC Act of 1956. Statement 2 is wrong, since regulating and setting standards of higher education is a subject matter in the Union List, that is List 1 of the 7th schedule. State governments cannot prescribe the standards of higher college education. Only central government has this power. Hence, the right option to this question is option A. Now, let's go to the third question. This question has been asked because of today's editorial that talks about Iran's port development plans. India had been greatly interested in the development of Chahabad port in Iran, so to link it with the Hajigak mines in Afghanistan. This could increase the strategic interests of India and Afghanistan by bypassing Pakistan. However, recently, Iran had associated the Chinese to develop a railway line between Chabahar and Jahidan. Statement 2 is more important here. Since Chabahar has always been in the news, most aspirants will be knowing that Chabahar port is located in Iran. However, second statement also is to be known. If we look at the map of Iran, Caspian Sea is located in the north of Iran. In fact, Iran has the idea of developing the Chabahar port and link it with Bandar Azali port in the Caspian Sea. So this statement is also right. Hence, the correct answer is both 1 and 2. This question had been asked in the context of today's editorial in which the Rajasthan State Assembly Speaker has given a notice to Sachin Pilot demanding explanation. Anti-defection law applies to Speaker of Lok Sabha as well. Just that the Speaker is provided with certain exemption and the anti-defection law does not provide a blanket immunity to the Speaker from being proceeded against. Hence, this statement is not right. It is not necessary that the changes to the 10th schedule can be made only under the provisions of Article 368. It can also be made through a simple majority as well. Hence, this statement is also incorrect. Therefore, the right option is option D. Now, let's move to the fifth question. This question has been asked in the context of the Prime Minister's address to the high-level segment of the UN Economic and Social Council. Let us look at the first statement. The statement is not correct, since the Economic and Social Council was also established under the UN Charter Act when other institutions of UN were established. Secondly, India is currently a member of United Nations Economic and Social Council, hence the statement is right. Its current term is expiring this year in 31st December. So the right option is option B. Now let's move into the reading comprehension questions. You can pause the video to read the reading comprehension passage and come to the questions after that. Now let's go into the question. The question reads as follows: which of the following statements is or are inferences from the above passage? The first statement says revision of curriculum is an important precursor for decolonization to happen. So according to this statement, this is the first event and this is the second event. Now let's go back to the passage to see if this is right. Have a look at the first sentence of the passage. It says that the process of decolonization had offered the universities with an option to revise the curriculum and to define new goals. So the first event is the process of decolonization and the second is the opportunity to revise curriculum. Hence the first statement is wrong. Coming back to the question, we find the statement 1 to be incorrect. Now let's go to the second statement. According to the passage, greater academic autonomy improves higher education institutions in India. Hence this statement is right. So the option is option B. Now let's go to the seventh question. Coming to the seventh question, this question also asks which of the following can be the right inference from the above passage. Now let's look at the statements. First statement is wrong because the passage attributes the better outcomes to collective decision making that is shaped by debates and discussions rather than faster decision making. Second statement is also wrong because the passage says that the culture of discussion and debate has been the reason for transformation in India in the first 50 years of independence. Hence, this cannot be a recent day phenomenon and hence this is also wrong. So, the correct option is option D. So, in the CSAT question, a number series is given with one term missing. We have to find out which is the missing number. Let's write the sequence first. 1, 4, 27, 16, a blank, 36 and 343. When you look at the sequence, it is basically a combination of squares and cubes of certain numbers. The first number is the cube of 1. Second number is the square of 2. Third number is the cube of 3. Fourth number is the square of 4. So this is blank. And this is square of 6. And this is 7 cube. So when you follow the same sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, this has to be square or cube of a number 5. Since it is alternating between squares and cubes, this would be 5 cube, which is the option C, 125. Hence the answer is C. We have given you two mains questions for practice. The first question is from GS2 under the heading of polity. And the second question is also from GS2 under international relations. You can write your answers and you can post it as a comment in our website linked below. You will be given free evaluations for these mains practice questions. You can also compare the model answers of our toppers with your answer. Subscribe our channel for more questions and visit our website for further information. Thank you.